And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive.
They're led out by their quarterback, a day 3 selection in this year's draft.
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victor.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. They'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Quickly completed to the right flat. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 4.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They'll find Ayuk open right side.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that's going to bring up second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now, that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first.
5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
So now the Titans get there.
Now, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. 23 yards, the final tally. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry. From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 6. Off the bootleg, it's Williams. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The tight end in motion right. Off the play fake, it's Williams. And brought in downfield by Burks. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Hands it off out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and goal at the Broncos 6-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A great effort there with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Titans have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. So a toss play there does the trick as he's into the end zone.
And you don't run this unless you're sure you've got a guy who has the speed who can get to the edge, because what you're hoping for him to win the race to the corner and turn it upfield to the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Broncos offense, led by their wide receiver, headed out for their 2nd possession. And he's very much alive in the race for most receiving yards by a wideout this year. Currently ranked 2nd in the NFL at this point in the season. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least some. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
2nd and 9 from the 44. They'll drop the throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Just a pickup of 3, but that is indeed enough. Again, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's 2nd down.
The Broncos sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory. He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
Back to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim. And hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive.
And they were winners the last time they took the field, which was 2 weeks ago. They had the open week last week. So this is a squad that should be really refreshed and ready to roll.
I would agree, because when you get that open week after a victory, it does wonders for everyone. Obviously, your body, get a chance to heal up, but your mind as well. You feel good about winning, so now you can get away from it for a few days, put down the playbook, turn off the film. Just be you. Enjoy that time away, and then you come back ready to go.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams. This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
And he's brought down. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
To the air, Williams.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be second down.
But you look at this Bronco defense.
Now, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game.
Did.
Right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There haven't been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers.
Throwing is Williams. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 41.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
Play action. Now Williams.
Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
And the Broncos are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, trying to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Already, he's top 50 receiving yards in this first quarter, and he's got a first down.
Ayuk going to go in motion right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here.
Of note, that last throw right there, putting him over 3,000 yards passing now for the year.
And when you start running the numbers in your head and realize that we're not halfway done with the season yet, you think to yourself, could this be a 6,000-yard season? That's definitely on the table.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Back to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2, as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. They'll look to throw here. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
A 3rd field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And his kick here is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try and loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up.
Well, at least it wasn't a turnover like the last drive. You'd think they'd make an adjustment and be ready to make up for that turnover. Instead, just another big play for the defense on that snap.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Up the middle they go. Burris. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Looking to throw is Williams. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
Derwin James with a pick. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
Hey, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
The visitors' offense and their wideout getting set to go once more. And he's been one of the main focal points of this unit throughout the season, no doubt. Currently ranked 2nd in the NFL in terms of receptions by a wideout.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
2nd and a couple.
He'll drop to throw. Over the middle, it's complete.
And the Broncos are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Here they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal.
Looking to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will push the lead up to 12-7.
Well, Charles, I think you'd have to call that a win for the defense after the turnover already in field goal range, and they had to settle for 3.
Yeah, Bean, the beautiful part is you start so close to the end zone that your thought process on offense has to loosen up a little bit because you're thinking to yourself, you're almost guaranteed 3. Let's take some good shots at the end zone and try and turn it into 6.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's just been looking for some space. You know, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about it.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
They'll go play action here with Williams.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Norris. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll keep it on the ground. Burris. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On 1st down, Burris. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Here's Williams.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 27-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. To throw, it's Williams. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw, Williams.
He finds his man, complete. It's Weaver. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
To throw once more, here's Williams.
Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Weaver. That's good for a gain of 6. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Williams loses the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues.
Now Brandon Ayuk ready to bring out the rest of this offense here for this upcoming series.
He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability. They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down.
A gain of 7, and the Broncos first down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
This is 2nd and 8.
They'll set up a throw.
This pass down the field for Gibbs.
And he's got it inside the 10.
And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10.
A huge play there for Denver. 48 yards.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Now back to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back, because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in a game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. And that one really pushes him back. A loss of 9. And now it's 3rd and goal after the sack. He'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Jake Moody now on for the field goal.
From the right hash, this from 48. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that now makes this a 15-7 game.
So able to add on to their first half lead here, Charles, forcing the miscue with a fumble and then turning that into 3 points.
Yeah, and more than happy to accept any mistakes the other side is willing to make. No problem. You turn it over, we'll take that, and we'll use it to expand our lead.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Tennessee offense set to go again.
And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach?
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Pick made by Terrell Bernard.
And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But, Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Now, Brandon Ayuk ready to bring out the rest of this offense here for this upcoming series.
He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all those things? But the best players show up each and every week, solid games and some spectacular ones.
And he has showed up time and time again.
That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
A gain of 12. First down, Denver.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. In motion goes the tight end. He'll look to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This is caught. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
2nd and 2. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Titans offense going to get one final possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles, where you see the final score there. Bailey Zappi, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. From there, we head east to check on the Bills at home in Buffalo. And they've got the lead in that one over the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Josh Allen with a touchdown pass to Keon Coleman. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. and they were losers in that one to the visiting Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals are right up there near the top of the power rankings as they finish the first half with a 6-2 record. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break, but I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Titans going to get the ball to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Titans offense and Caleb Williams set to go to work once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Well, the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
On play action, here's Williams.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks, pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Off the play fake, it's Williams.
To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. It's a pickup of 19 yards on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now a handoff up the middle. Burris.
And he will have a Titans first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams.
He finds his man, complete. It's Weaver. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It's a gain of 35.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit, and that might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10.
To the air, Williams. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and goal.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he stopped immediately there. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
So they're coming up here on the 9th play of the drive, and it's 3rd and goal.
They'll look to throw for it with Williams.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Broncos are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
The Broncos offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. As we check out the league leaders in passing yards, you can see he's right up there among the best in the NFL at this point in the season. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
They're going to look to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Out of the gun now on third down.
He's got his target. That's complete. Now inside the 25.
And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. 74 yards.
And the Broncos take a 3-touchdown lead.
This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Moody good with the extra point.
And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field.
And this group has suffered far too many self-inflicted wounds thus far as we run through some of the mistakes. It's darn near impossible to win in this league when you're turning the ball over at the frequency that they have.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Throwing is Williams.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
This is caught inside the 15. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Christian Watson.
75 yards.
And the Titans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And so they run it in on the 2-point try. And so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on a 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Broncos offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be second down. In motion, the tight end. 2nd and 5. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Back to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Back to throw again. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Well, the incompletion, but now we also have an injured player. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year.
And the Broncos are able to stretch out their lead. Well, to put it mildly, he's been able to dice up this secondary all game long, and this time that was a missile that he threw into the end zone and adding another touchdown to his ledger.
And I think we see these youngsters develop a lot quicker than we ever have because when they get started in this game, they're not just throwing passes around. They're reading coverages early. So now they're like seasoned pros earlier in their career. How about this one here? If they win this ball game, a game ball definitely coming from his head coach.
So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And once again, not much running room, if any at all. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this in the red zone all the way inside Denver's 15. It's a big play there for Tennessee. 62 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Looking to throw is Williams. And complete once again to Watson.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
From the gun, here's Williams. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Weaver. And that's good for a gain of 6. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Throwing again here, Williams. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. From 4 yards out. And the Titans get a bit closer. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So the drive there took 6 plays. And the result in the end, a Titans touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Denver's offense ready to go again. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting in a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down.
First down, Broncos.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. He'll drop to throw.
That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So both offenses come to life here in this 3rd quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish.
This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
Back now in Nashville. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. 2nd and 1. Over the middle, it's complete.
And the Broncos are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown.
Brandon Ayuk
with career touchdown number 70.
And the Broncos add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Yet another touchdown in what has just been a high-scoring affair, a fun one to watch. And it's the rookie quarterback, Charles, coming through with yet another touchdown pass to pad the lead.
Did we come into this game where defense was optional? Because it certainly feels that way, right? But when you look at the scoreboard, this rookie, he has his team moving at a little bit quicker pace than his opponents. The entire offense is going to get plenty of praise, but I think these coaches have to be especially happy with what their quarterback has done.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Here's Williams. His throw incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Throwing left side, and Watson has it. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. To throw once more, here's Williams. Finds his receiver, Watson. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw, Williams. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Flush to his right. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
That's another Tennessee Titan.
On play action, here's Williams.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
To throw, it's Williams.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. No gain on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd down and long.
To the air, Williams. To the sideline and incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. They'll go. Here's Williams. That is caught. And he is going to pick up the Titans' first down on what will be a big play there on 4th and long.
Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Williams. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans.
Traylon Burks.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Titans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
There's the Titan kick team as they run up and send this one away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long.
They'll come out throwing here on first down.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way.
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Brandon Ayuk
with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns.
And the Broncos are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this fourth-quarter advantage. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Over the middle into the hands of Burks.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Throwing is Williams. He gets it to Burks again.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for first and 10.
To the air once more, Williams.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Call it a gain of a yard, and that'll bring up second down.
1 yard gain brings up second and
working out of the gun, Williams.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Only able to gain a couple there. 3rd and 7 now.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
He gets this one to Burks.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
So after the 4th down conversion, now 1st and 10 inside the 25.
And Watson has it right side. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Williams going to look to throw again.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
It's a 10-yard loss.
Operating from the gun, Williams. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Back to throw. Williams. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
On fourth down, here's Williams.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Denver's offense now set to go. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
On third down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at fourth down. The Broncos send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at the 18.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for the Broncos,
they climb to 6-2 on the year as they close in on the midpoint of this 17-game schedule.
And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they dropped just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.